Hey guys, darkmaster491 here, and I've got a battle versus another gym leader from the PAX Pokémon League, Erkenhelm, the ultimate Dragon Slayer. Erkenhelm is a Dragon type gym leader. As you can see, the gym leader is only using Dragon type Pokemon. This is going to be a 6 vs 6 single battle. My strategy going into this battle is to have my Skarmory set up the Stealth Rock as usual, and then I'll have my Hatterene set up the Trick Room so that my Glastrier can sweep under Trick Room. After the Trick Room turns end, Alola Ninetales and Tapu Lele can clean up. My Alola Ninetales and my Tapu Lele are max speed with Timid Nature, so with the Choice Scarfs, they'll be able to outspeed the Dragapult. Dugtrio can be very useful in trapping the Duraludon, Dracozolt, and the Dragalge, since my Dugtrio has the Arena Trap ability. And I'm actually considering leading with my Dugtrio since my opponent might predict me to lead with my Skarmory, so I think my opponent might lead with the Dracozolt. It would be great if I can quickly remove the Dracozolt right away on turn 1, so I'm going to lead with my Dugtrio, predicting that my opponent will lead with the Dracozolt. And let's see if my prediction is correct. After I knock out the Dracozolt, my Skarmory can come in and set up the Stealth Rock, and then it can go for those Whirlwinds to rack up the Stealth Rock damage on the opposing Pokemon. After Skarmory goes down, I can send in my Hatterene, set up the Trick Room, and from there, either my Hatterene or my Glastrier can sweep under Trick Room. My Hatterene has the Focus Sash item, so my Hatterene is guaranteed to set up the Trick Room unless my opponent has dual Wing Beat on the Dragonite. And if it manages to knock out my Hatterene with dual Wing Beat, that could be a bit of a problem. So I'll definitely need to make sure that the Dragonite doesn't set up any Dragon Dances. Anyways, I'm ready to battle, so let's jump into the battle now. Alright, so my opponent is going to lead with the Dragapult, and I led with my Dugtrio. I have Sucker Punch in my Dugtrio, and my Dugtrio is Adamant Nature with the Choice Band. So it's actually a 12% chance to knock out the Dragapult with Choice Band as Sucker Punch from Adamant Nature Dugtrio. So it's not very likely, but I'm just going to go for it since I don't really want to switch into Skarmory. Unfortunately, it doesn't pick up the KO. And yeah, the Dragapult is going to knock out my Dugtrio. So I'm going to have to figure out... Oh, actually, Dragapult has Life Orb, so it's going to knock itself out. I was going to say that I might have to send in one of my Choice Scarf Pokemon to finish it off, but thankfully the Life Orb is going to finish it off for me. So I'm wondering if I should send out one of my Choice Scarf Pokemon. But I do want to get that Stealth Rocks up, so yeah, maybe I just want to send in Skarmory now. I'm actually not sure if my opponent might send in the Dracozolt now. So I'm a little hesitant to send in Skarmory, but it does have the Sturdy ability, so it can live at least one attack. So yeah, I'm gonna take a chance here and let's see what my opponent sends out. They're actually gonna send out the Duraludon, which is has good special attack. So they might have the Thunderbolt, but I can't switch into Dugtrio anymore because Dugtrio fainted. So yeah, my best bet here is just set up the Stealth Rocks, and let's see what my opponent's gonna do. They're gonna go for the Dark Pulse. Hopefully it doesn't get that flinch, and yeah, thankfully my Skarmory is able to set up the Stealth Rock. So I'm thinking my opponent was probably banking on getting the flinch and trying to finish off the Skarmory with a Thunderbolt. Okay, so here I'm just gonna go for the Whirlwinds. I don't know if they're going to Dynamax. I feel like they don't need to Dynamax yet, so they might save the Dynamax for later on. But Duraludon is definitely a threat, so I definitely need to weaken the Duraludon here. Since if I have my Hatterene come in and set up the Trick Room, this Duraludon definitely needs to be weakened before my Glastrier can have a chance to sweep my opponent's team, since yeah, the Duraludon is still a problem if it Dynamax and goes for max Steel Spikes. So I'm going to go for another Dark Pulse, and thankfully no flinch. Yeah, my Skarmory is going to Whirlwind, and let's see if we can get some Stealth Rocks damage here onto the Pokemon. Oh, the Dracozolt comes in, so that's not good. But it's what it is. I'll just send in... Let me see. I could send in my Hatterene and start going with the Trick Room stuff. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go for the Whirlwind here. Like, there's nothing I can switch in anyways. I mean, if Dugtrio was still alive, I probably would have switched it in here and tried to trap the Dracozolt. Yeah, turn 1, I didn't want to switch out Dugtrio since as you can see, the Dragapult went for Scald, so it was a special Dragapult, or at least a mixed Dragapult. So yeah, could have had Flamethrower, so didn't want to lose Skarmory that early. So yeah, I mean, I lost Skarmory now, but at least we got the Stealth Rocks up. So now I can send in Hatterene and bring in Glossary later on. So yeah, the Dracozolt has the Bulk Beat. So yeah, it's gonna probably bring my Hatterene down to 1 HP, since Bulk Beak is like such a broken move. Yeah, but thankfully my Hatterene's Focus Sash, so I'm gonna be able to set up that Trick Room. They're actually gonna switch, so I'm really surprised by that. They're gonna send in the Dragalge, so I guess they don't expect my Hatterene to have the Psychic Attack. But yeah, we do have the Psychic Attack. I'm just wondering if I should Dynamax my Hatterene. I don't think I should Dynamax yet, but it would be a good opportunity to do it right now. Yeah, I don't really know if my opponent's going to try to... Let me see. Well, I mean, they could make some defensive switches. They could switch back into Duraludon, but Duraludon doesn't really have good special defense, so it might just stay in. But I would actually prefer to Dynamax my Glastrier, so I think I'm just going to go for the Expanding Force. Besides, if the Dragalge actually has Protect or something and tries to like stall out a turn of Dynamax, that would be kind of annoying. So yeah, I'm gonna guess this is kind of more of a stall Dragalge. I mean, I don't know if it has like Protect or something, but yeah, I'm going to wait on the Dynamax for now. I mean, I guess if I went for a Max Mindstorm, Dynamax my Hatterene, it would have picked up the KO. But yeah, oh, they're actually gonna go for Toxic, so yeah, that's not gonna work because Hatterene is Magic Bounce. So yeah, that's why Magic Bounce is so good. Bounces back those Toxics. I mean, it doesn't affect Dragalge since it's a Poison type, but hey, you can't poison Hatterene with Toxic. So that's good. Okay, so I'm just gonna go for another Expanding Force. Yeah, maybe I should have Dynamaxed Hatterene, but yeah, I was hoping that my opponent would knock out the... I mean, it's not a big deal. I mean, if they didn't knock out Hatterene, then Hatterene can do work. So, I mean, the idea is usually Hatterene goes down, like, within the second turn of Trick Room, and then I send in Glossary. So, that's the idea. So, I wasn't expecting Hatterene to stay alive, but, I mean, that's fine. See what my opponent sends out next. Maybe Duraludon, but, I mean, Duraludon doesn't have good special defense, so... Yeah, Max Starfall should be a 2-hit KO if they Dynamax the Duraludon. If it's a Salt Vest, then maybe a 3-hit KO. So let's see what they sent out. I think that's the Duraludon. Yep. Okay, so that's great. Yeah, Duraludon has bad special defense, so I'm just gonna Dynamax here. I mean, they haven't dealt any damage to Hatterene, so I might as well just Dynamax and start picking up more KOs because I'm running out of Trick Room turns. I have like 2 turns of Trick Room left, and yeah, definitely need to start picking up some KOs fast. Alright, so Max Starfall should pick up the KO onto the Duraludon, unless Duraludon is Assault Vest. Alright, so let's see how much damage the Max Starfall does. Should pick up the KO, and yep, it does pick up the KO. So no Assault Vest for the Duraludon. That's good. And it got one more turn of Trick Room, so let's see if Hatterene can pick up one more KO before the Trick Room ends. So I still got my Choice Scarf Pokemon in the back, my Choice Scarf Tapu Lele and my Choice Scarf Ninetales, so I'm pretty much good to go after the Trick Room ends. They're going to send in the Dracozolt. And unless Dracozolt has some kind of status move, it's not going to be able to max guard if it Dynamaxes. So yeah, they're going to Dynamax the Dracozolt here, so I'm not sure if it can survive Max Starfall, but yeah, let's find out. I don't believe Dracozolt has a very good special defense, so yeah, I don't think it's going to survive Max Starfall since Hatterene has like so much special attack. And yeah, it's already taken a lot of damage, so yeah, it's not going to survive Max Starfall. Yeah, one play that I thought my opponent would make is to go for the Max Guard if they had some kind of status move. And then they could try to deal a lot of damage with the Max Lightning onto my Hatterene. But yeah, anyways, the Trick Room's gonna end. My Hatterene still has its Focus Sash intact, so it'll be able to survive any attack pretty much. And here comes a Dragonite. Yeah, so they took the Stuff Rocks damage, so we don't have to worry about multi-scale Dragonite. And my opponent already used their Dynamax, so yeah, it should be pretty much good game at this point. They're gonna go for the Earthquakes, not gonna do much damage. And yeah. So they have one more Pokemon left. Yeah, not much my opponent can do at this point. And the last Pokemon is Regidrago, so this should be easy. Regidrago only has Dragon type attacks usually, unless there's something like Explosion, and it does has Explosion. So let's see how much that damage that actually does. Might knock out my Hatterene. Oh, Hatterene actually survives that, so wow, that's pretty funny. But anyways, that's good game.